Imagine, for a moment, that you awaken in a place where time does not exist, a space of light and stillness where sounds seem to come from within you, not from outside. In this place, everything vibrates and every vibration responds to what you feel, think, and believe yourself to be. Welcome to the astral plane, the subtle dimension where spirits dwell between incarnations. But there is something mysterious about this invisible world. Spirits do not have a fixed appearance. They can change their face, their body, even their age. A single being may appear as a radiant youth one moment and a wise elder the next. But why? What explains this constant transformation? That's what we'll explore together today. In the physical world, matter is dense and stable. The human body is made of atoms that vibrate slowly. That's why our shapes are solid and fixed. But in the astral world, the substance is different. Everything there is composed of mental and emotional energy. The spiritual body, known in many traditions as the Perispirit, is flexible, molded by thought. In other words, we literally become what we think and feel. A spirit does not need muscles or bones to move. It moves through the power of will, through intention. And just as thought carries it from one place to another, it also shapes its appearance. In the astral world, identity is fluid. Form adapts to the inner state. A joyful, loving, luminous spirit radiates beauty and harmony, while one tormented by guilt or anger may project a darker, distorted form. Think of astral appearance as a mirror of the soul, not a physical mirror, but an energetic one. Every emotion, every thought, every memory emits vibration. These vibrations create colors, light, and subtle forms that reveal the being's inner state. On Earth, you can disguise emotion, smile while you're sad, hide anger behind courtesy. But in the astral plane, the masks fall away. Appearance faithfully reflects the inner self. That's why many spiritual accounts describe higher beings as radiant figures, surrounded by light, with serene faces and deep, compassionate eyes, while troubled spirits appear deformed, dark, or animal-like, not because they are monsters, but because their emotions still bind them to heavy vibrations. What changes the astral appearance is not magic or illusion, it's the energy of thought itself. Each spirit is the sculpture of its own form. Another reason spirits change appearance is the force of memory and desire. The Perispirit is flexible, yes, but it's also molded by the mental image the spirit has of itself. For instance, a spirit may keep the same appearance from its last life for centuries because it still identifies with that body, that name, that story. Newly departed souls often appear just as they did when they died, not out of necessity, but out of emotional attachment. As detachment grows, the form changes. Some rejuvenate, others take on symbolic shapes that reflect their spiritual essence more than any human form. That's why highly evolved beings sometimes appear as pure light. Without defined features, they have transcended the need for a face. Likewise, a spirit may appear in different forms depending on the situation. It may take on a familiar look to comfort or communicate. A grandmother, for example, may appear to her grandchild with the same elderly face he remembers, though in higher planes she has long since taken on a more luminous form. This change is an act of love, an adaptation of vibration. Spiritual researchers call the subtle body the perispirit, a term popularized by Allan Kardec. He described it as the semi-material envelope of the soul. It links the spirit to the physical body during incarnation and remains after death. This subtle body is extremely sensitive. It's formed from what esoteric teachings call the universal cosmic fluid. It's shaped by will. Thus, an evolved spirit, with mastery over its energy, can consciously change its appearance, manifesting as it chooses. That's why higher spirits often appear wearing luminous robes or symbolic forms: angels, pillars of light, serene figures of beauty. It's not fantasy, it's vibrational expression. They choose forms that transmit peace and trust. Lower spirits, trapped in negative patterns, cannot control this plasticity. Their emotions unconsciously mold the astral body. A being consumed by hatred may appear hardened, eyes blazing, body twisted, an echo of inner turmoil. But as it heals, its form softens, revealing the beauty that was always within. What we call beauty in the spiritual world is actually vibrational harmony. The serene face of an enlightened spirit reflects a peaceful consciousness. Its light shines from within, not physical brilliance, but the radiation of love. Therefore, astral appearance is an indicator of spiritual progress. It's not about aesthetics, it's about vibration. Those who have learned deep love radiate soft light. Those who forgive display calm faces. Those still struggling with ego show tense or shadowed features. With moral growth, the spirit purifies its perispirit, making it lighter, more transparent, more luminous. Eventually, the body becomes so subtle it no longer needs a form at all, manifesting only as sound, color, or pure consciousness. In the astral plane, spirits group together by vibrational affinity. Each community or colony gathers souls with similar levels of awareness. This also affects appearance. In lower zones, where vibration is dense, forms tend to be heavy, dark, sometimes grotesque. In luminous colonies, bodies are light, translucent, radiant with soft color. It's as if each region has its own palette, determined by the emotions of its inhabitants. A spirit that evolves morally and changes its appearance also changes its realm. Its new vibration attracts it to brighter dimensions. Form and place are synchronized. You are where you vibrate, and you vibrate as you are. There is something deeply poetic about all this. In the astral world, love is the great sculptor of form. Every act of compassion, every noble thought, shapes the spiritual body with traces of light, while hatred, fear, and pride temporarily deform it. But spiritual beauty is indestructible. Even the most hardened spirit carries within it a spark of divine light that will one day shine forth. The dark appearance is only a cocoon, and love is the fire that melts it. As the soul learns, forgives, and grows, its light intensifies, until one day it no longer needs any appearance at all, becoming pure vibration, pure consciousness, pure love. Many mediums and astral travelers report this plasticity. They describe meetings with loved ones who changed appearance. Some rejuvenated, others clothed in light, some exactly as remembered on earth. These experiences reveal that form is a tool of communication. A spirit may choose whichever face will be most comforting or meaningful. It may appear as it was, to be recognized, or as it is, to inspire. Guides and mentors often appear with human features to avoid frightening the living. Yet many report that their true form is a living flame, a consciousness so bright it defies description. Such testimonies remind us that spiritual reality is far more fluid and alive than matter. The astral plane is an ocean of conscious energy, where every thought creates waves of color, light, and sound. Knowing that spirits can change appearance is more than a metaphysical curiosity. It's a mirror for us here on Earth. Because the same principle applies here, slower, but still real. Everything we think and feel shapes our energy field, even while incarnated. The aura is the forerunner of the astral body. Over time, our emotions reflect in our faces, our gaze, our posture. Inner peace becomes outer beauty. Anger and resentment become tension and shadow. When we understand that our spiritual appearance is born from vibration, we learn to care for the soul, to guard our thoughts, our words, our feelings, because each of them is sculpting the being we will one day see on the other side. Ultimately, understanding why spirits change appearance is to understand the creative, living nature of consciousness. Spirit is energy shaping energy, an eternal artist painting upon the universe. Form is just a temporary garment, a passing reflection of inner harmony. What remains is essence, the divine spark growing brighter with every act of love. So, when you think of the spiritual world, remember, there are no fixed bodies, no eternal faces, only consciousness in constant metamorphosis. True beauty is the vibration of love, and that is the light we are all learning to radiate.